All right, Scarlet Hollow. Let's see if we can actually play a game. Would you like to see a recap? No, I think we're good. Sunshine filters in through the dusty windows of the estate as your eyes flit open. Try to get to know Tabitha. I've been trying. I will continue to try. I have been making every effort. You managed to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. As you pull yourself up out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the Shaw mines still stuck to your skin. By the way, do we not have a chat? Somebody type something. Do we not have a chat in the game here? I want to fix that if we can. Okay, yeah, I see that. Okay. We should have a chat. Source chat box, and we will move it down to here and put it to here. Push messages, chat delay. Okay, we should have chat now. As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the Shaw mines still stuck to your skin. We should probably take a shower. We don't want to be putting anybody off. We're trying to get to know Tabitha, and we can't do that if we are stinky boys. Always take a shower. Maintain your hygiene. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. The water is hot and, surprisingly enough, clean. As steam fills your lungs and soot washes down the drain, you... Oh, we have options here. Think about Rosalind's shattered leg and the image of a foot barely still attached to her body. Man, that is... Oh, wait, hang on. Okay, should be good now with the chat. It was too far down. Well, shit. Always show messages. There we go. Yeah, you got. There we go. Okay, I think I got it. Thank you for the. I don't know what what Uni 69. You got the bits. Something happened. Somebody's doing stuff. Thank you for subscriptions, and I don't know what else. Things are happening. I love playing games. I love talking with you. I have no fucking idea how Twitch works with the mechanics of subscriptions and anything else. I don't know what's going on. It's like there's some things that are showing up in the chat and some things that aren't. I have always show messages on. I have extra emotes, text color, font size. What the hell? Is there a different chat box I can add? Bit goal, stream box, sponsor banner? Chat highlight? No. Tip goal, custom widget. I will figure this out. All right. I got nothing right now, but I will figure this out. I'm gonna get this all squared away and so on, and I promise we'll get things squared. All right, for now, let's play a game. I'm gonna, you know what? Maybe tomorrow, I will go ahead and do like just a technical let's chat kind of stream and just iron out these bugs. But for right now, it's 5:18. We've been at this for 18 minutes. Let's actually play the damn game. All right. Let's see. What are we thinking about? We're in the shower. We could think about Duke. We could scrub feverishly. Think about Sybil's warning. The worst is yet to come. Think about Wayne. Think about someone special. Think about finally being out of this hellhole and safe in your own bed. Someone special. Well, we wouldn't really be thinking about Reese. We haven't even seen Reese in person. Yeah, always think about Oscar. Avery's nice. Kanika. I've gone down the Kanika route. I think I tried the Stella route a little bit, but I don't think I really gave it a real... I think I started with the Stella route and then diverted over to the Wayne. The Wayne one was fun, but I think I've already kind of gone down that path a little bit. And he was very taken aback by it. So I think I've never really fully invested in the Stella route. I think I kind of want to do that this time around. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Dustin. Time to check on Dustin. Dustin and Dustin's mom. Good morning, Dustin. Who's your friend? Her name, Mom. She come to visit. I, Dustin, Mom. Gonna stay with Dustin until glass house empty. Thank you, Human, for taking care of my boy. What happened to your glass house? Asshole Squatter move in. Kick Dustin Mom out. Squatter tried to eat Mom. Squatter evil. Squatter may be asshole, but Squatter not evil. It just tried to survive, just like all creature. Dustin Mom is wise. Dustin still have much to learn. Can you console me? Can you soothe the Nobody can soothe my soul like you, Dustin. Was it because of Cat Monster? Dustin was scared too. If Cat Monster wants to eat Dustin, Cat Monster will have to go through Dustin Mom, for Dustin Mom will kill. Dustin Mom is the champ. And Dustin Mom be like, kings this nature. I've gotta go. Okay. Just the best. That's that. Let's look out the window. Do we see thingies out there? I do not. You breathe a sigh of relief. Nothing's out there watching you. At least nothing you can see. Let's check that closet. Every time you see that doll, your heart skips a beat. It hasn't moved, right? Well, that's enough of this closet. You turn back to the guest room. Let's text Stella. Want to hang out before How you holding up? It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. You pull out your phone and open up your group chat with Stella and Kanika. Me Reese today. Oh boy. Let's see. What's the game plan? That seems like an appropriate tone. I mean, you know, it would be nice to be excited, but something bad happened. We should probably at least feign a somber entrance point in this conversation. What's the game plan? It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. Well, let's text Kneeks. Why not? Oh, Ben Affleck. What did you do to deserve such ire from the internet? You've done everything you wanted to up here. It's time to start your day. You enter the kitchen to find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. Well, that's a breakfast. I mean, I'm really not judging. You know what I had for breakfast yesterday? Little box of jalapeno poppers. That was a breakfast. I had the makings for a nice fruit and yogurt smoothie, and I had fucking jalapeno poppers. All right. Frau glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-headed woman busies herself trying to tidy as best she can. You have to imagine that the fresh face in the kitchen is Janie. Tabitha did mention that she comes in on Wednesdays to clean, which means it's Wednesday. Hump day, y'all! Vile woman, destroying the natural order of my kitchen. Tabitha's eyes dart to the corner of the room, almost as if she's ashamed of being caught in the act of stress-eating ice cream for breakfast. Don't be ashamed. Own it. Own it and wear it and fucking rock it. You are the ice cream for breakfast woman. Nothing wrong with that. Everything else, everybody else that judges you for it, they're in the wrong. Bonjour, Frau. Oh, bonjour, sacre bleu. Do you think you just bonjour me before, just because I slept at the foot of your bed last night? I still despise you and fart in your general direction. 3 humans at once. This is appalling. Your stink will linger here for hours. How am I to bear it? Talking to my cat, huh? Are you sure you didn't get hit on the head last night? You don't say good morning to your pets? I always make sure to talk to my farm cats and alpaca like they're people. Damn right, Janie. I do talk to my cats like they're people. Like, I actually do. I know Frau is a female, but for some reason, like, I can either do a feminine vocal pitch-ish. I mean, as much as I can, because the timbre of my voice. Or I can do the accent, but for some reason, my brain doesn't allow me to do both. To me, they kind of are. Frau is not going to answer any of my questions, and I feel like saying good morning and then backing off is the best approach. I really want to ingratiate myself with Frau. So I'm backing off. Hi, you must be Janie. Tabitha mentioned you'd be coming in today. That's right. I'm just here to do a little bit of cleaning. What cleaning Miss Tabitha will let me do, at least. I could have this place looking brand new, you know. Apparently, Janie thinks herself a miracle worker, and she might be. Don't go making any big renovations or moving anything around. I like knowing where my stuff is. Okie dokie. It's so nice to finally meet you, hamper butt. I mean, I guess I did meet you on Monday when you popped into the diner. Oh, Janie was there. Janie. But seeing someone somewhere and meeting them face to face are 2 completely different things, I suppose. Thanks. All I'm trying to say is that it's wonderful to finally actually meet you, and I'm so happy part of the family is here to keep Miss Tabitha company, what with everything that's Janie. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Tabitha. Am I being too much again? Not in the slightest. You keep being you, Janie. This little light of yours, you're going to let it shine. Tabitha grumbles in acknowledgement. Let's not judge. Let's not do the ice cream for breakfast judgment thing. Hello, Tabitha. How's it going? We will be polite and courteous without being too informal. That little girl from last night, apparently they had to take her foot. Well, I'm not surprised. It was pretty much hamburger. So I'm a little stressed. Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl. Let's get going. I've got an errand to run in town, and every time I've left you here alone, something terrible has wound up happening, so you're coming with me. Okie dokie. Yay! Cousin bonding time. All right, let's go. I'm actually looking forward to spending some time together outside of a life or death situation. Ooh. Is that her warming up just a tad? Possibly? Janie, lock up when you leave, please, and don't go rearranging anything. I'll know. As you're ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Hamper Butt, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I mean, I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just wanted to say, I'm sorry you got caught up in that. I'll be praying for Oscar and poor little Rosalina. They're such sweethearts. Couldn't have happened to nicer people. Typically, you say that about something positive that happened. Anyway. It's been nice meeting you, but I've got to bounce. Bye, Janie. All right, then. Be safe out there, you two. You and Tabitha walk through the doors of the estate and into her car. The ride to town is uneventful. Your cousin, unsurprisingly, more focused on the road than on making conversation. Don't drive distracted. All right, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. If you want a bag of chips, the kid there that works there just let you walk out with it, just FYI. After everything that's happened the past 2 days, it's nice to just go on an errand. Exactly. You and Tabitha turn as the door to the general store bursts open. The flustered Kanika exits, shouting behind her. Fine, okay, keep coddling him. Keep letting him get away with stuff he never would have let me so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Kanika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Ugh, other people and their drama. More people kept things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. Yeah, everybody should just bottle their shit. True strength. I mean, honestly, that is how I feel. True strength is not being afraid to show when you're struggling. I don't want to be adversarial to Tabitha. So this is something I run into when I play D&D. Is my natural instinct versus the character that I'm playing's natural instinct, and separating the two. Comes from being crush your emotions into a tiny ball. Oh, okay, so this is very Hemingway. It worked out great for all his characters and for him. That, I mean, that's what we call a loaded compliment. That stings Hamper Butt. Oh, I was hoping she wouldn't get the reference. Oops. I don't have time to read books anymore anyway. I read expense reports now. We're burning daylight. Come on already. I mean... I shouldn't have done that one. I don't think it'll affect things too much. It didn't have the explore thing either. So, the bells of the general store chime as you cross the threshold. The smells of old wood and steamy herbal tea flood your senses, making you feel instantly at home. Good morning, you two. Hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Morning, is the new blend ready? Of course. Hamper Butt, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will be just a minute. Ooh, can I have some tea? Oh, sure, if you're willing to wait a bit. I wasn't expecting to entertain, so I didn't put any water on. Ooh, now I'm putting you out. Oh, I feel bad about that. I'll go and do that now. Never hurts to have fresh, hot water on hand. Can we get this over with first? Of course, priorities. Sybil motions for Tabitha to follow, and they both disappear into the tea room, closing the door behind them with the tinkling of bells. Let's chat with Miles. Before you can finish your thought, you're halted by the tinkling of bells announcing another patron. Excuse me? You've never seen this man before, but whoever he is, he's big. Wait, you're Hamper Butt, aren't you? My name is Bo. I'm Duke's boy. It's a pleasure to meet you. The policeman told me about what you saw. You saw what happened to my daddy. I could have saved him, but I didn't. My bad. No, let's not do that. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you. The policeman said he might just be hunting out somewhere, but me and my mama both know he ain't coming back. Mama's pretty broken up about it. I'm trying to hold it together since I'm the man of the house now, but it ain't easy. Me and him was supposed to go bring Big Betty to the state fair this week, but now he's gone. As of this morning, so is she. So I suppose if I'm not going to the fair, I may as well make myself useful and get out in the woods to look for what's left of my daddy. You was there, right? Could you tell me where to look so I can try to find him? Hey, just tell him where he is. What could go wrong? Oh, that might bite me later. All right. Thank you, Hamper Butt. I appreciate you trying to help us out. I don't rest easy knowing he's out there somewhere all by lonesome. And please tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about her mama. Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. Your phone buzzes. Oh my god, hey, overslept. Still got to make myself breakfast. Meet at library after and figure out plan. Ooh, I get to talk to the Council of Dogs, methinks. And then it buzzes again. Hey again. Well, if you want to come over for breakfast, I would not hate it. And then it buzzes yet again. Someone was busy this morning. Oh, hey again. If you want to hang out before the library thing, I'm parked in the abandoned lot by the gas station. It's hard to miss. Ooh. You have plenty of time before dinner at Reese's house. Ah. But then I would piss off Tabitha. I am at a crossroads. All right, I'll wait for Tabitha. Lord knows she's earned it with her pleasant demeanor. Your cousin will probably be back any second. It's best to just stay put. I'm missing out on breakfast with a possible soulmate for my grouchy cousin, but you and Miles share an uncomfortably long moment of silence as Bo continues to shop. You doing okay, buddy? Miles glances up at you, eyes narrowed. Don't talk to me like we know each other. You're just Kanika's weird friend. I don't even remember your name. Well, it's not like I saved your life, asshole. It's Hamper Butt. Don't forget it. Miles returns to his phone. How's your dailies going? Miles doesn't dignify your question with an answer. Tabitha bursts out of the tea room, tucking a pouch of herbs into her coat as she walks. She looks up at you in surprise. Wow, you actually stayed. I kind of expected you to go running off the instant I left you alone. And miss out on cousin bonding time? Family is important. I'm not just going to ditch you. That's appreciated. I've got a couple hours to spare. I'll pick us up some sodas and we can get out of here. I don't like lingering where just anyone could walk up and start talking to me. That's a whole nother level of scared of peoples. Tabitha leaves the store, motioning for you to follow. Tabitha stops in front of a small house on the quiet hill just off Main Street. The Scarlets own most of the houses here. We rent them out to employees, just more convenient, you know? And I thought company towns died out a century ago. It's just easier this way. Now come on, let's make ourselves scarce before we're spotted. Your cousin pulls out a heavy set of keys from her pockets. She picks out one marked with a bright strip of green tape and unlocks the door. Come on in. Don't worry. It's empty. Let's follow her. You follow your cousin into the model home. We haven't rented this one out yet for years. Well, I mean, shit. There's a dude that lives in the library could use a house. Just saying. I come here to get away from it all. Does that make sense? It's kind of like a vacation home, but I don't have to travel. Anyway, make yourself comfortable and have a soda. Tabitha hands you a cream soda before settling in on the couch. Let's talk. Can we try some of that tea you picked up? It smells dank. No, it's a sleepy time tea. You don't want to drink it in the middle of the day. Do you like living here? It's the only thing I know. I mean, you visit other places, right? I've seen that blowing rock mug in the kitchen. What? Oh, that must be one of Janie's. She's always saying we don't have enough cups. There are 3 cups. That's plenty. One for me, one for Perlane, and one for the occasional guest. But Janie said her husband has a ton of dumb little souvenir mugs from his travels. So do I, actually. Not that I asked, she just tells me stuff about her family. Anyway, she says they have mugs to spare, as if I needed her charity. I guess she must have snuck a few in under my nose. I'll have to remember to toss them when I get... Oh, what? Don't just toss the mug. It's not harming you any. Anyway, to answer your question, no, I don't travel, too much to do. Sure, I'd like to see the Outer Banks one day, but I'm the head of a company. It's not like anyone can cover for me. Maybe when I retire, if that ever happens. The mark of a good manager is the ability to take a break and know that your business and your employees are in good hands, that you have given them the training and the resources to be able to do without you for stretches at a time. If you try to take it all on yourself, you're not being an effective manager. Just saying. Delegation, training, resource management. It's important. Maybe when this week is over, go to the beach together. Yeah, maybe. I think I'd like that. Do you actually like running the mines? Of course not, but that doesn't really matter. I've had years of Perlane drilling that into my head. Yeah, well, she's dead now. Time to live your dreams. I can't trust anyone else to do my job, and if I don't do it, this entire town falls to ruin. It's my burden to bear. Though I'd be lying if I said I haven't thought about running off. I mean, just sell the mine. I mean, there's energy companies that would love to purchase it, I'm sure. What would you do if you weren't here? Yeah. Honestly, I'd like to be a bank teller. Something like that. I could see that. I could see her being a bank teller. Maybe a DMV employee. My entire life has been defined by my obligations. I'd like nothing more than to go somewhere, do a task, and go home. Not that it matters. I am here, and my life is defined by those obligations. Dreaming about some other life only makes the one I have more difficult. Why do you come here? Tabitha sips her soda, her expression suddenly heavy. I guess the estate has a lot of history. This place is so new by comparison. It's like the estate is full of ghosts pressing down on me all the time, pressuring me to do what they want. I'm pretty sure that might be literally true. We haven't really gotten into the no access portion of the estate. When I'm here, I can imagine a life where I don't have to think about the 200 years of history resting on my shoulders. I can imagine just living as a bank teller or something, having a simple life. It very much is within your power to have that. Like fucking tomorrow, if you wanted to. Be the change. Let's talk about family. What was your dad like? We don't really talk about him. Don't know. He just up and left one day. Well, okay, that's why. Didn't want anything to do with us anymore, I guess. They never got divorced, just separated. He probably couldn't be bothered to fill out any paperwork, especially considering he would lose any and all claim to the Scarlet fortune if they divorced. And he'd have to pay child support for a kid he couldn't be bothered to call on her birthday. I'm sorry. I don't really think about it. If he didn't want anything to do with me, his loss. Yeah, what was Perlane like? Okay, I guess you should at least know some things about the woman whose funeral you'll be attending. She was my mother. She was your mom's twin sister, fraternal. They didn't look alike. Same with their personalities, night and day from what I've heard. Perlane was a hard ass, but that comes with the territory. I mean, what else do you want to know? Did you two get along? No, that one was a monster. How'd she die? Sleep apnea. Well, let's leave it at that. What did you think of Silas and those other old-timers? It's complicated. They built the town, they built the mine, they're the whole reason you and I are here today. They weren't angels, I know that, but they're dead. They've been dead a long time. I can't believe we're actually hanging out. I can. It's why you came all the way down here, isn't it? What I can't believe is I'm actually almost enjoying it. What kind of things did Perlane tell you about me and my mom? It doesn't matter what she's told anybody about you. She's dead. In a few days, we're going to bury her in the ground. What do you really think of me? Give an assessment. Rate me. Judge me. I'm glad you're here. Please don't make me say anything more than that. It's degrading for both of us. But I seek validation. I'm really glad I came up here. You're a better person than you let on. Yeah, that's nice. I'm not a good person, Hamperbutt. I didn't say you're good. I just said you're better than you let on, and you let on like shit. I don't see any of this really exploring too much in a positive fashion. I think, yeah, I'm gonna skip the people in town thing. She's not gonna want to go ghost hunting, and she's gonna try and talk me out of going too. So that's, yeah, ghost hunting. All right. Is that actually happening? Stella will be there, but so will Kanika. I doubt she'd be thrilled to see me again, but there's no point arguing with you. If you're going to get up to any paranormal stuff, I'd better be there to save your skin if it gets hairy. Count me in. Oh, wow. All right. Thanks for taking me out here. Your phone buzzes before Tabitha has a chance to respond. Almost forgot. It's Mayor Jimmy Day. Good excuse to head over to the library. We should check in with Oscar. Meet y'all there in half an hour. I totally blanked on that. Been having a weird/foggy morning. Wild that they're still doing the Mayor Jimmy thing even after last night. Do you think news has spread yet? But yeah, we should go see Oscar. See y'all soon. Somebody's popular. I guess it's time to see the dog mayor. Oh, is it Mayor Jimmy Day? What a ridiculous event. At least you know the mayor is a dog. Tabitha takes another sip of her soda, smirking. Everyone knows it's our family that holds the power in this town. Still, sounds like it could be kind of fun. Even I can admit it's funny watching everyone fawning over the little guy in his mayor getup. Yeah, count me in. We can finish our sodas and head over. How do I look? It's been a while since I've been out in public like this. Have you seen House of a Thousand Corpses? And do you know Bill Moseley? So you got a vibe going. I'm kind of nervous. Excuse me, Miss Scarlet. Can I help you? Becca stares at you from a distance as the furious woman tears into Tabitha. This must be her mother. What the hell do you think you're doing down here grinning like a buffoon after everything that's happened last night? How dare you be happy about anything? A mind collapse almost killed my poor, sweet, innocent child, and you thought it was a good idea to retaliate by demoting my husband? We've gotten used to a new lifestyle. You can't just take that away from us for something that was your fault. I heard that one girl had to have her foot amputated. That could have been my child. Don't think I won't be pressing charges. Mom, you're embarrassing me. Shut up, Becca. Shut up! Mommy's advocating for you. Oh, dear. Nothing worse than the parents who think their kids are above reproach. They're always little angels, no matter what anybody says. You got a problem with me. Are you threatening me? Oh, shit. When I get a lawyer, he's going to have a field day with you, too. What legal grounds do you think you even have? There are signs, the place was boarded up, I did my legal duty, and you don't have a leg to stand on. Neither does Rosalina. So don't try to threaten me. Mom, can we just go, please? If I were you, I'd listen to your brat. You haven't heard the last from us. You'll see. The woman storms off just as quickly as she'd stormed in, Becca following at a distance. God damn it, she's right. I can't just hang around town the day after something like that. It doesn't look right. I should be up there, even if it's just to oversee what's going on. If I'm supposed to run this place, I gotta get my head in the game. I can't slip up like this again. Tabitha's eyes straightening up. Her scowl returns. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you at the library tonight. Your cousin turns and heads back to her car, leaving you alone on Main Street. Go to the library. You enter the library alone. It's busier than usual, and a small crowd has formed in the corner of the main foyer. Hey, Hamper Butt. I half expected you to have finally skipped town. Yes, the whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce Hamper Butt to the mayor for like the entire time I've known them. It'll be worth it. Trust us. All right, shall we? Yep, he's a dog. You can tell this dog is the mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. And unless you're mistaken, the serious man by his side is Deputy Franklin, one of the policemen you spoke to following your encounter in the woods on Monday. Good morning, citizen. I don't believe we've met. He holds out his paw as if to shake your hand. It's lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. You take his little paw in your hand, but the burly security detail stops you. No shake! No paw shaking, only head pats and ear scratches allowed. I must apologize for my security detail. He has my best interest at heart, but he can be a little gruff at times. Gruff. Sorry. Hey, aren't you Deputy Franklin? Not when I'm off duty. The mayor scoffs. Off duty. The services you render for me are more important than your police work. Mr. Mayor, there's something very serious going on in town. We need your help. Murmurs stir in the crowd behind you as you relay the danger to the mayor. Of course, the pet disappearances. I've been made aware of the situation. But what do you expect me to do about it? It's autumn. That's tourist season in Scarlet Hollow. I can't turn away the lifeblood of this town, not with the mine faltering the way it is. Those beaches will be open for the 4th of July. Sammy. There was a mine collapse last night. We don't need any more news of disaster coming out of Scarlet Hollow. Do you understand? Damn it, Sammy. You have a one-track mind. And I love it. Of course, you have to project strength. I'm glad we see eye to eye. There's no need to go around starting any panics. I'm sure this will all resolve itself soon enough. I've heard just about enough from you, Jimmy. Look at you, putting on a show in front of your adoring fans while the dogs of this town are snatched up by monsters in the woods, hoping the humans will clean it all up for you. When are you finally going to do something meaningful for the hairier citizens of Scarlet Hollow? Now, Miss Gretchen, there's no need. Scraps would never let those things prowl in the woods for so long. And yet you sit back, waiting for the humans to notice and letting more innocent dogs suffer. You know, I almost lost my life to those things the other night, and my goodness, haven't you heard about poor Duke? Now, Gretchen, a lot of those were old dogs. It's fair of me to assume they simply went to the big farm upstate. Don't you dare talk to me about old dogs. She's got a good point, Mr. Mayor. Gretchen is on it. You're damn right I do. Scraps would have been out in those woods the first sign of trouble, tearing out the throats of any creatures who dared threaten the dogs of Scarlet Hollow. Yet here he is, posing for the little rectangles like nothing is wrong in this town. Gretchen squirms in Stella's arms, screaming to get at Mayor Jimmy. Hey, whoa, Gretchen, calm down, old girl. You're going to pull a muscle. Mr. Franklin, I think now is a good time to dispose of this riffraff. Miss Richmond, I'm going to have to ask you and your dog to step away from the mayor. I should have known better. Those two have never been able to get along. Hamperbutt, you got to fill me in on their feud later. I've always been curious about why Gretchen gets so fussy near Mayor Jimmy. Stella walks off, still struggling to hold Gretchen as she shouts insults back at Jimmy. You're great. Now do well, you dog. Kanika is quick to follow. Follow. It looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. Oh, God, this guy. Creepy pastor guy. Before you can catch up to your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. Sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Hamperbutt. Everyone's been buzzing about you. I don't know why I'm giving him this voice. It just sounds appropriate, doesn't it? I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. Huckster and fraud. I should go. It's nice meeting you, though. Of course, and if you find yourself in need of counseling or spiritual guidance, you know where to find me. Thanks for the offer, but I'm fine. Even after everything that's happened last night. Not to doubt your resolve, but I know I would need to do some serious praying to work through the emotions from something like that. Heck, I had to pray over it anyway, and I wasn't even there to witness it. Well, if you ever feel like you're struggling and could use a good listener, you know where to find me. It was lovely to meet you, and have a blessed day, Hamperbutt. Hello, Ben. The pastor leaves you be and joins the line to see the mayor. Nothing to do now but catch up with your companions. Oh my God. Damn right, Stella. Got some BDE going there. Poor Rosaline, I can't even imagine how scary this has been for her. She seems in high spirits right now, but they've got her on some pretty strong pain medication, so I'm not sure how she's going to feel when that wears off. And it was the whole foot? Yeah, it's bad, but she's alive. We'll both be able to move on from this. We just have to get through the tough parts first. I should have done more for her. No, you don't have to beat yourself up over this. She's actually been talking about you all morning. She's really happy that you were able to help her and all of her little friends. She keeps saying how much she wants to bake you a cake. Of course, we need a real kitchen for that, not just a hot plate. I'm sorry to cut our conversation short, but I'd better be going. I was only supposed to come back to pick up a few things, but then the hospital called and said there's been some big bus accident on the highway and they need the beds, so I have to come pick her up. Even though our house is still haunted and the only place she can lie down until then is the dirty back room that drove her away in the first place, and Mayor Jimmy Day is happening. Sorry. I'm just a little overwhelmed. It's okay, Oscar. We're here to help. Yeah, we're gonna get that ghost. We could always go ahead and do a ghost bust or whatever we're calling it while you're out. And she'd be able to go right back to her old room as soon as she got back. That's probably a good idea, right? If only, but it doesn't come out during the day. So any busting attempts are going to have to wait until nightfall. I'm still not even sure we can get rid of it at all. I think I'd have to see for myself that it was gone. It managed to trick me a couple of times, and I can't handle any more surprises right now. I've got every ghost hunting device known to man. You're in good hands, Oscar. We'll fix this. Heck yeah, we will. Yeah, whatever this is, we'll get to the bottom of it tonight. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm heading out. It should be dark by the time we get back, so I suppose I'll see you all then. Oscar hurries off, car keys jingling as he jogs out the door. Let's head up to Reese's. Maybe we can get him to come ghost hunting with us. Oh no, you're not going to try and get Dr. Kelly to let him leave the house, are you? She'll kick us out for even asking. I wonder if he even knows what happened last night. I don't know how disconnected he is from the news around town. Geez, should we tell him? Gosh, I don't know. Maybe just play it by ear? Anyway, shall we? Time to go. So, about the mayor... Right, is he going to help us? What was he like? Yeah, you should vote for Scraps. That's who Gretchen supports. The Stray? Love that guy. He just seems a little less mayoral than Jimmy, but if he's got Gretchen support... I've always liked Scraps. Gretchen's got good taste. Oh, I met Pastor Daniel. It was only a matter of time until he tried to pull you aside about grief counseling. When my dad died, I had to ban him from the general store for a week. He wouldn't stop leaving those little pamphlets at the checkout. I don't know where he finds so many. Oh, Chick Tracts. If you ever want a good, funny read, check out the Chick Tracts of Dungeons & Dragons. Just Google search. Chick Tracts Dungeons & Dragons. Everyone should be nicer to him. He seems like, no, he doesn't. Yeah, his vibes were bad. It's like a little religious pamphlet they give out to convert folks. And so it's like a little comic. It's only a couple of pages long, but it's funny as hell. Y'all are right. His vibes are bad. Is it now? Ooh. More DLC for me to buy. I think I need to see what DLC I'm missing on Dead by Daylight. Glad you feel the same way. There's just something about the way he's always smiling. It's so creepy. The man was grinning through all my dad's funeral. I'll never forget that. Oh God, that is creepy. Why is it that I want to go to a funeral and just make it a point to be smiling the whole time? I don't know. Back now about the D&D version. Ooh, neat. That's interesting they're doing the D&D version. Since, I mean, Stranger Things, I mean, I wonder if they just couldn't get the IP, but Stranger Things is just so much more horror, based than, I mean, D&D has its elements, but it's not like Call of Cthulhu. Anyway. And I don't mean that in a stigmatizing mental illness kind of way. There's just this little siren that goes off every time I see him that tells me to get away from him. That's exactly how I would describe it, too. The whole town feels the same way, and then I think about it. He must be pretty lonely. Oh, that makes sense. He can look for friends somewhere else. Oh, yeah, I invited Tabitha to come ghost hunting. Oh, the look on Kanika's face right there. Ooh, that's some icy daggers. Oh, shit. You invited her even last night? I mean, if anything, I thought she was actually pretty helpful. Still, last night was a disaster. For all we know, Tabitha just escalated things. Kanika sighs. All right, it happened. Let's not get into it. If we're lucky, she'll be too busy at the mines to even show. Aw, don't say that, Neeks. If we're lucky, she will show, and the two of you finally get along. What about inviting... Ooh, Avery. Oh, yeah, totally. I don't know why I hadn't thought of that. I'm sure they'd get a hoot out of it. Yeah, I can't say I mind having a calming presence with us tonight. We won't be much help to Oscar if we start jumping at our own shadows. Cool, I'll text them on the way over to Reese's. Avery could be our dog to our cheetah. Which, if you don't know, cheetahs that are kept in zoos are often paired from kits with puppies. Like, usually like yellow labs. But cheetahs will get so excited and, have such fight or flight constantly that they take their cues for danger from the dogs. So when the dogs are passive in the enclosure with them, they know that, there's no danger. So, but if the dog starts getting riled up, they know there is. And so, like, instead of just relying on their own senses while being in a zoo, they will trust in the dog's temperament. So, usually if you see a cheetah in a zoo, it's paired with a dog. Just fun fact. Let's head to Reese's. All right, shall we head out? The three of you leave the library for an early dinner at Reese's. You once again find yourself in front of the Kelly residence. A cold hesitation grips you as the building's history looms over you from the hilltop. I don't see any ditchlings around. What is that? Yeah. A refurbished Civil War hospital and tuberculosis clinic would be a strange and difficult place to live in during the best of times. You can only imagine the challenges of living there with a severe chronic illness. Though it's only early afternoon, it feels much later, the sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? I almost guarantee she will regardless. There's no such thing as early when you're hanging out with friends. There's this extra time you get to spend together. God damn it, Stella, I love you. Okay, but what if she yells at us? I wasn't talking to you, phone. It's too late. The door swings open. Hey. Reese! Oh my god, dude, it's been ages. You must be Hamper Butt, right? I've heard a lot about you. Stella's been relentless about making sure I got all the Hamper Butt updates. My goodness gracious, there's something smells terribly off about that boy. Get away from Stella, my Stella, you fiend. Gretchen starts yelping at Reese, straining against Stella's grip as she tries to get between them. Are they here already? I knew you'd show up early, Stella, and you brought the dog. Great. Yeah, I thought she might cheer Reese up. I don't know what's gotten into her all of a sudden. The dog stays outside. But it's okay, Stella. We can let her chill in my van for a bit. I'll run the AC and leave her some treats. You know I always have some of those easy chew dog jerkies stashed away. The gall, the gumption, this is a violation of my rights. But we go everywhere together. I want a pug that I can go everywhere with and hold while it hangs like a sack of potatoes with its tongue hanging out. I want Gretchen. Do you want to come in or not? Kanika nervously tugs Stella away toward her van. You keep us safe from that monster, Hamper Butt, you hear? You don't let a feather of her arm fall on my darling Stella. What about you, Hamper Butt? Are you coming in? Yeah, the dog called you a monster. That doesn't, like... I'll wait for Stella and Kanika. Fine. The quiet sets in as you wait for Stella and Kanika to come back from the van. Okay, we're back. Great, let's get this over with. I want to make it a point that anytime I have company over, that's how I introduce things. Like, oh, nice to meet you, glad you can make it. Alright, let's get this over with. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile. Uncomfortably tidy to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven and the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you wandered into a real estate showing. So, how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not puttering around in my kitchen. I made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left are the dinner rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have a quick dinner and you can leave my house and go on about your business. But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. We still have time now, right? You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you? It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. There's a path. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind a little mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Way to sell yourself, Kaniks. Yes, okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you get up to. Cool, we'll just be downstairs. You won't even know we're here. You make your way towards the basement stairs. The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all his time confined to a studio. Discarded canvases line its edges, while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out at their creator. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyways, make yourself comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately. Haven't been cleaning much. I just made a connection that I don't know if I made before. So, later on in the story, I don't know exactly when, maybe like right here, but later on when we... At some point, Reese alludes to a film that was very clearly inspired by Norai the Curse. And I just made that connection between the ditchlings and the little things that are in the movie of Norai the Curse. I don't know why I just thought of that. Which, if you've never seen Norai the Curse, oh my god, watch it. It's so good. Scary as hell, found footage Japanese movie. Anyway, do you need us to break us out of here? I don't think your mom could stop me. What are you sick with? Should I be wearing gloves? Just asking. Yeah, let's. Stella told you about everything that's happened. Oh, she's told me all about what you guys have found out there. I wish I could see some of it myself, but, you know. He gestures in futility towards the walls of the basement. Are you sure you can't just sneak out one of these nights? The doc isn't keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick. You know that. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to. There's nothing to apologize for, and I appreciate the effort. Really, I do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. The die's already been cast. But we were talking about the past couple of days, weren't we? Do you have any thoughts on the ditchlings? Yeah, they've been coming up to my window at night. Wait, really? Is that why you texted me they looked like something out of your nightmares? Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I hadn't put it together. We might have been seeing the same thing until just now. I've been sketching them, actually. Tell me what you think. He pulls out a sketchbook from one of the piles in his room. Okay, that's exactly what I saw on my way home last night. What does it mean they've been lurking around here, though? I don't know, but I like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me. Agree to disagree with you there. Those things are going to be stuck in my nightmares until the day I die. What do you think of my cousin? She was always so distant and mean. I probably would have thought she had it out for me personally if she wasn't like that towards everyone. Or if I thought she even knew my name. But people change. Maybe she's nicer now. She's still terrible. You guys just never took a chance to get to know her. She's actually really funny and sweet. I'll pass. Thanks. What do you think is going on with Wayne? Who? You know that guy who's been following Hamperbutt around being all ominous? Oh yeah, that slasher creep. I appreciate the classic Jason vibe he has going on. Part 2. The Baghead. Here's hoping he doesn't live up to the look for all our sakes. Let's leave it at that. It's quite a movie collection you got. Got any recs? What do you think? Oh, have you heard of Shinochi Deathblood? I saw that for the first time recently and it blew me away. Excellent example of both Japanese horror and found footage done. Yeah, here it is. We could even put it on after dinner if you guys are interested. Dang, I would usually be down for that. But we've got to head over to Oscar's after this. We promised we'd ghost bust his place. He's apparently been dealing with a bad haunting. And I feel like we should really be there for him tonight, considering everything that's happened. He and Rosalina both need our support right now. I'll take a rain check. Yeah, we'll definitely come by for a movie night this week. I'm free tomorrow night. Same goes for Hamperbutt. Stella, you don't know my schedule. Don't speak for me. I should probably work tomorrow, but I can close up early. If you need someone to pose for your paintings. Yeah, dinner's gotta be ready by now. Almost on cue, Reese's mom shouts from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table! Guess that's it for catching up. Make sure you all wash your hands with soap. I don't want anyone sharing their germs at the dinner table. Sure thing, Doc. Go wash your hands. Yep, no use saying anything here. Probably just to silently comply. You make your way towards the sink, but are stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the end of the hallway. It feels out of place, like you've accidentally wandered into a different, older house. But more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it. Something dark and cold. Something that reminds you of the dusty tunnels you narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum just beyond your hearing fills the air, and you feel strange. You are compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. given another option somewhere down the line. Somewhere down the line. Nope. We're going to open the door. Before you know it, the doorknob is turning in your hand, your heart full of both deep dread and a compulsive need to know what might be on the other side. What do you think you're doing? Well... return to the door. You need to know. Oh, no, you don't. Come wash your hands and sit down. She grabs you by the shoulder, yanking you away. You do as she says, cleaning up under her watchful eyes and allowing yourself to be ushered back to the table and away from the door. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. She sits opposite you at the far head of the table, her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun in the window behind her. It's a position of authority, where her height gives her a vantage point over everyone else. No one at this table does anything without her noticing. It almost feels like, despite the presence of your friends, this is strictly a conversation between you and the doctor. She's the town doctor. This dinner might be a good opportunity to question her about recent events. Pills! She slides a few tablets towards Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. I work too many hours to make my own pasta sauce. Well, you have excellent taste in brands, and if you ever want any tips on easy home-cooked pasta sauces, you know No thanks, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks again for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. Have you heard of fastidious disorder? Factidious? Of course I have. I went to medical school. What's fastidious disorder? Silence falls over the dinner table. It's where someone pretends to be sick or makes themselves sick on purpose, or does it to someone else. Oh. Great dinner rolls, Dr. Kelly. I didn't make them, I just put them in the oven. The silence returns. Seconds feel drawn out like minutes. Aside from Reese's mom staring down the table, nobody is making eye contact with anyone else. Let's make small talk. Thanks for putting this together. She's not going to lie. She's going to know if I lie, and she's not going to like it. You ever seen a dead body? I have. Just thanks for putting this together. Let's keep it light. I don't usually have to cook for so many people. I'm just glad there's enough for everyone. It reminded me of what it used to be like when these two would come over. Hungry teenagers eating me out of house and home. I should have charged your parents for all the food you kids went through. Honestly, it was like I was running a restaurant, not a doctor's office. What were they like as kids? Noisy and messy like all kids. And they always had those little projects, videos or crafts or animal rescues, whatever it was that had captured their imaginations that week. So like I said, noisy and messy. Didn't we bring a dead squirrel into your house once? Oh God, not the squirrel. I remember that squirrel. Didn't you think the doc could Frankenstein it back to life or something? I was like 12. I was very susceptible to what I saw in media and very sad about that squirrel. That's one of those things that keeps me up at night. I still feel guilty about bringing that thing into your house, Dr. Kelly. I'm just glad you didn't make it a habit. How well do you know Tabitha? Not very. I'd know her a lot better if your family didn't seem so afraid of doctors. I can count on one hand the number of times she's been in my office. No wonder everyone but that old Edward Dean died so young. Hopefully your mother was better about talking to you, about taking you to doctor's visits. I'm getting to the point where my mouth don't want to work no more. I wouldn't be surprised if there was something genetic at play, and it's much better to catch those things early. Return. The danger? Ooh, there's a good one. Have there been strange illnesses spreading around town? What? No. Are you sure you haven't met with any minors with unusual symptoms? Anyone who seemed sort of drippy or strangely ominous when they talked? Drippy. Sorry to pry, just doing my due diligence. Absolutely not. I've barely seen so much as a runny nose, which is a good thing. If you're so concerned about the mind, why don't you just have Hamperbutt ask Tabitha? I have no interest in violating HIPAA for your weird little investigation into nothing. Do you know Sam Wayne? Sam Wayne? Dr. Kelly takes a moment to think. No, doesn't ring a bell. Someone you know? Someone drippy? Someone who's been following Hamperbutt around. Super mysterious guy. We have reason to believe he might have been caught some weird drippy illness at the mines. He definitely looks like someone that could use medical help, so please let us know if he shows up or anything. If there's someone harassing you, you should get the police involved. This isn't any of my business. Turn. Remain silent. Quickly picking at the store-bought spaghetti and dinner rolls. So, we were talking about maybe watching a movie sometime this week while Hamperbutt is still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. He's like a mushroom. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever going to change. I'm sick every day, and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sakes. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mom just to have friends over. Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix. Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Damn it, I knew it. I knew this would be too much. A visitor key watch party? Everyone get out of my house, please. I haven't heard of Visitor Q. Is that a show? Everyone please get out of my house. Please just leave us alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All it does is hurt him more. But we can't just leave him like this. Now is when he needs friends the most. No, now is when he needs me the most. I am his doctor and his mother. I know you care about him. I know that, and he knows it too, but all any of you would do is get in the way. So just leave, please. I'm going to try and keep it cordial with Dr. Kelly. I've done the adversarial thing. I'm going to try and keep it cordial. It's a rather extreme lasting little number. Ooh, I do love the extreme Takashi Miike films. Yes, I don't know why I hadn't heard of that one. I am adding that to my watch list. Sorry, we'll get out of your way. Good. The three of you are rushed to the door. Didn't he... I'm trying to remember. Am I wrong in thinking, like, he directed Happiness of the Katakuris, didn't he? What a trip that movie was. We'll be back, Reese. I hope you feel better soon. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your faces. The click of a lock signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. Oh, wow. That's got to be a tonal shift. Why does that make me think of Hayao Miyazaki directing My Neighbor Totoro and Grave of the Fireflies in the same year? Just like two massive projects, highly impactful and very, very different in tone. Dr. Kelly, yeah, okay. Do you really think Reese's mom is poisoning him? If she is, I swear to God, she wouldn't. That's just so horrible. Who would do something like that to their own kid? And for so long. No, there's no way. Y'all are barking out the wrong tree. I don't know. Have you seen The Sixth Sense? It seems far-fetched, and it's definitely rare, but I don't think we can rule it out. Yeah, something weird happened. Forced how? It was like something was making me go there. I wonder, was it like that carving in the pit last night before you had the seizure? It was kind of like you were hypnotized. I wasn't there, but I guess I'll take your word on it. Hypnotism seems like a step up from what we've been dealing with, though. I mean, I don't know. A lot has happened last night, but the whole thing was very trance-like. I guess it was kind of similar. What if there's another carving in there? That'd be so weird. If there is, I wonder if it'd give you another vision. Maybe these things have something to do with the ditchlings. You're not suggesting we go poking around in there, are you? Of course I am. Maybe tomorrow. I am not breaking into Dr. Kelly's clinic based on a bad vibe hamper butt got. Yeah, Dr. Kelly is hiding something. I don't think that's too off to be saying. You're right, this is fishy. I feel like maybe my fear of that woman is more justified than I thought. She's just overprotective. I'm sure that's all that's going on, and she has every right to be. I mean, the poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. I can't imagine what that's like for both of them to go through. Look, I'm just saying maybe there's more to their dynamic than just him being sick, but it's not like there's much more we can do about it right now. We could probably go back and forth on this for a while. Let's grab Gretchen and get going. The sun is setting and we wouldn't want to miss a second of this ghost action. Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street. Lit by the orange hues of the setting sun, the library feels different. What was once a quaint building in a small town now stands as an imposing structure, its walls holding something that stares back at you with menace.